Hey everybody, Icy Cat here once again with another in-depth operator profile. Today we're taking a look at SLEDGE. His breaching sledgehammer will help clear a path to victory for the attacking team. Let's take a look at the best tips and tactics for SLEDGE now. SLEDGE is an attacker with the SAS CTU. His special ability is going to be the breaching sledgehammer. He'll come equipped with the M590A1 shotgun. I feel it's a little redundant since SLEDGE can already put so many holes in walls and the shotgun is really good for that, so I'm going to recommend the L85 to give him more punch at range. He also will have the SMG-11 machine pistol. Fantastic rate of fire, a lot of fun to play with. If you do take the shotgun, I recommend pairing it with the machine pistol. Going with the L85 though, I'll pair it with the P226 just so I have something a little more controllable. Frag grenades and breaching charges are going to round out his selection. I'm going to recommend the frag grenades as he's one of only 2 operators that can choose them, but if you go with breaching charges, you're going to be able to set off multiple breaches at once, one using his hammer, the other using his charge, and that's what he's going to do. SLEDGE is going to go around the map, and he's just going to knock holes in walls with just about anything that you can think of. He can take out barricades, he can take out any kind of a surface that you would typically put a breaching charge on. He can also use his sledgehammer for fast entry into the trapdoor floors. If you have a partially breachable floor section, which you can't pass through but will expose the framing and you can shoot through it, he can take those out in a hit as well. But he can go all over the place and take these out very effectively and easily. He's very fast at doing this. It's faster than deploying a breaching charge. You don't have to wait for that second stage of operation. The breaching strikes are quieter than the explosive charges. I mean, they're still loud. You know, that's not exactly what I would call a stealth entry, but versus something that's explosive and shakes the screen and really has a lot of debris flying around, this is about as close to a stealth entry as you'll get and is useful for that. An interesting thing with the sledgehammer though, you'll see there in the lower section there's a little yellow meter next to the ability, and that tells you how much of your charge of the ability you have left. It's really odd. It's almost like his hammer stops working at a certain point and will no longer function. I think they're choosing to do that so you don't run around and just break everything in the entire map. But since he can do so much, it's almost like why bother, just allow him to do it anyway. Here I'm using his SMG-11 machine pistol, and once you pair it up with some attachments like the silencer I have on it here and a reflex sight, it almost becomes like a micro SMG, and it's actually a lot of fun to use. It's surprisingly accurate. It's fairly controllable. It burns through ammo like crazy though, so you are going to have to be prepared to reload with it a lot, but it's fun to play with, and I wish there were more machine pistols in the game, actually. Seeing this in action makes me wish there were other ones as well. So here I'm going to take out the barbed wire on the floor using traditional melee, which takes 3 hits, but if I had used SLEDGE's hammer to do it, it would have gone down in a single hit. And it's very good for things like that. It will take out any barbed wire in 1 hit. It will take out a barricade in a single hit as opposed to the 3 melee strikes it would normally take. It will even work on castle's barricades. The castle barricades will normally take 12 melee strikes to bring down. SLEDGE can bring them down in 2 hits with his sledgehammer. Although if you have his breaching charges, those will still just take 1 to bring down, so they are faster if you go that way. His shotgun, as seen here, does have some power, but again, I find it a little redundant because he can already use with sledgehammer and frag grenades and breaching charges. He has so many ways to kind of have destruction already. He doesn't really need the ability to knock holes in walls with that, but he can do melee strikes with his hammer, and that is a lot of fun to play with. One drawback to doing that is it is very slow. You can get a kill with it, but the time it takes you to put it away and respond afterward leaves you vulnerable, and you can easily go down. But if you can pull it off in player versus player, it's sort of the ultimate insult to be killed by it, and it makes you feel like the ultimate badass to have pulled it off. It's great. I do find that SLEDGE combos well with shield operators and breachers. He's going to open holes in walls very easily for Montagne or Blitz to slip through, and because he can use that over and over, it's very effective. He can also open up multiple sightlines for Glaz for him to fire his sniper rifle through, and when he does that, he can go around and windows, doors, walls, anything like that, and Glaz will really be able to get some good shots on people that way. He doesn't have any real specific operator counters, although I would say the closest to that would be perhaps Kapkan. If SLEDGE fails to notice the orange spike sticking through the wall when he breaches through, he might get the detonation going on that, so Kapkan might be the closest to a counter for SLEDGE that there is. SLEDGE was the final operator profile for us to take a look at, and we've now completed all 20. As future operators come out, we'll be sure to profile those as well, and if current operators get revised in any major ways, we'll take another look at them too. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest content. Coming soon, we'll also be taking a look at each map individually and finding the best places to use for defenders and attackers. Also down the road, we'll be reviewing attacker and defender strategies and laying out some of the best ways to get the drop on the enemy team. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.